Good morning. Welcome to Daily Focus. I hope that you're off to a great start today. I think here in Michigan, today might be the most beautiful of the fall days for this week. It looks like God sees fit that a little more rain for Michigan is in the forecast and necessary. So he is going to send it, and we're going to get a little more. I don't know how much we'll get, but today I think is going to be absolutely a beautiful fall day, and I hope you get a chance to enjoy it a little bit. We are in Titus, and we are going to finish the book of Titus. And then I think I'm just going to go right into Philemon. There's some wonderful truths in the book of Philemon that we learn about forgiveness. And so I think that the Lord is directing me to just continue. We won't be long. It's one chapter, and there's some wonderful things that we can glean from the book of Philemon, but we won't be in it long. But I think that's what we'll do next. And so if you want to read ahead and kind of form your thinking and prepare your heart, I think that's always a good thing. Well, I've entitled this one, Honest Faith Produces Good Works. In other words, if you really believe something, then your behavior follows that. You would not say that I really believe brushing your teeth is important and then never do it. People would say, well, if you really believe it, why do you not do it, right? And I think that's a simple illustration to just help us understand that God teaches us in the rest of this chapter that we're to be honest about what we say we believe. And if we really believe it, it's going to produce works that support it. And so honest faith, what you really say you believe, if you do, if it's truly honest, it's going to produce things that support it. And so let me read the text for you. And some days I have to have glasses, other days are not. This is one of those days. Verse number 8, this is a faithful saying, and these things I will that thou affirm constantly, that they which have believed in God might be careful to maintain good works. These things are good. That word in the Greek, kalos, I think, for word means better or honest, that these things are honest and profitable unto men. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonitions reject, knowing that he is such that subverteth and sinneth, being condemned of himself. When I shall send Artemis unto thee, or Tychicus, be diligent to come unto me in Nicopolis, for I have determined there to winter. Bring Zenas the lawyer and Apollos on their journey diligently, that nothing be wanting unto them. And let ours also learn to maintain good works for necessary uses, that they be not unfruitful. All that are with thee salute thee. Greet them that love us in the faith. Grace be with you all. Amen. Very tender conclusion to the letter to Titus. But here I just want to draw our attention. Paul is saying, listen, there are people who are false teachers. They actually advocate something contrary to the person of God, the character of God, the plan of God, the program of God, the promises of God, the purposes of God. There are people who are the antithesis of that. You better mark them and you better rebuke them. And he is saying here, if they're going to be a heretic, if you rebuke them twice and they still want to promote their false teaching, then understand that you're wasting your time. They're bent on it. And so he says to Titus, listen, don't waste your time on those people. If after the first and second rebuke, they do not want to listen to truth, they do not want truth, then leave them to themselves. You go about doing what your faith produces. You show an honest and profitable faith that shows people that good works are simply the product of what you believe and in whom you believe. And so he's going to go on to give some instructions, and he's saying, listen, bring some people with you, and make sure that you supply their needs. And I'm determined to winter in Nicopolis, and I want you to come and spend some time with me. I'll bring the lawyer. I don't know what he needed that for. Who would have ever thought Paul would have needed a lawyer, right? Anyway, and bring Apollos, and we've got some work to do through the winter, so go ahead and bring them, and those that are with you, those that love us in the faith. You make sure you greet them. Let them know that we love them and appreciate them and pray for them. You greet them for me is really the conclusion, very tender end to the letter. And is basically saying to Titus, listen, you have been called to a great work. Well, we can relate to the same thing. You and I have been called to a great work. We participate in a program that is eternal. We get to impact people with the character of Christ as we accurately and appropriately present him. And so what a joy to be able to take what we believe and honestly show works that support it. And so may we evaluate our lives and say, is there anything in my life that is contrary to what I say I believe? Is there anything that's lacking in my works that would be a natural product of what I say I believe? And Paul is really admonishing Titus here. Listen, make sure your works are a credibility builder for what you're preaching. And I think that's a great little admonition for each of us. As we live today, let's make sure what we're preaching is exactly what we're living. Honest faith brings good works. God bless you. Hope to see you tomorrow. God bless.